So when we find the house air exchanging 40 times in a 24-hour period, how do we fix that? Most people think that the windows exchange all this air. It's usually not the windows is the issue. It's the insulation of the windows is where the air is leaking. But mostly all the leaks are not around the windows because, again, it needs to exchange air with the outdoor around 8 times. So let it do it at the windows areas because it can just go in and out right around there. Our concern is the air coming in through the attic, crawl space, down through the attic, through interior walls and so forth. Recessed can lights that are connected to an attic is a lot of air infiltration coming in around recessed can lights. An attic hatch, for instance, would you consider that an interior or exterior door? Where literally it's an exterior door because it's going to the outside into the attic space. With it being just a 1/2-inch piece of plywood, is not a great exterior door. It needs a gasket put on it and it should be insulated to the level required for the attic. In our state in Maryland, Energy Star is R49. That's a lot of insulation on that attic door. Or you could build a box over top of the attic hatch and have that insulated and sealed, and then that way the hatch itself could just open up into that box and then open up that hatch. Other areas, as I said, the interior walls. You got a lot of holes that are drilled in the interior walls for electrical, plumbing, HVAC ductwork and so forth. So the air is coming down those walls when a fan comes on. So when the HVAC unit's turned on, the return is pulling air. It doesn't care where it's pulling the air. And it will pull it down the walls and it will come out wherever it can come out. Electrical outlets, light switches, even at the baseboard of your trim. If any of y'all have any rooms that have light carpet, you may have run into where you have a ring around your room and you wonder where that dirt comes from. It comes from your interior walls. Is that HVAC fan is pulling air and it's going to pull it and it's just pulling dirt, and your rug is acting as a filter, so the air is being pulled underneath there and being pulled into the HVAC system. The same thing with your interior doors. If you have rooms that you keep the doors closed a lot, the air is being pulled underneath the door and you have a strip of dirt in the carpet because the carpet is acting as a filter. So there's a lot of places that the air is being pulled from, and if we can seal that attic floor with spray foam on all the top plates of the interior walls, seal up the attic hatch, build around the lights for code, because they release heat, so there's a code that you have to be so many inches away from the light with the insulation. Factors like that, chimneys, they have to be 3 inches away from the wood. So when they built them, they kept it 3 inches away from the chimney and didn't seal it up with like metal and flammable caulk. So there's a lot of open chaseways. There's a chaseway for the ductwork that's coming up from the basement up to your attic. Plumbing pipes coming from your basement up to your attic. You can go into an attic and you can look straight down those chaseways straight down to your basement. They need to be sealed off. And those are the places that can help reduce this air infiltration from 40 down towards 8. If you can get to 8, great. If you get below 8, then fresh air does have to be introduced into the home because it has to be a minimum of approximately 8.